is. And I'm gonna try to impregnate these females. Cause if she got a big ass, I'm not pulling out. I'm sorry. I'm staying on the inside, man. And okay, I'm talking crazy. I'm talking X-rated right now. Say, Kel, why you so X-rated right now, bro? You so goddamn X-rated. Because, man, I'm sexually frustrated. What's up with it, Kicks? Yeah, I can count on Kicks to come through. You feel me? I can count on Kicks to come through. Yeah, get them trolls up off me, man. Watch the comment section, man. They're gonna come through in flocks. You feel me? They're gonna come through in flocks. But yeah, man, why not get the woman that you really want, man? Damn, you just suffered for that bag throughout the years. And nah, I'm getting the pretty ones, man. You know what I'm saying? The pretty ones with the nice big behinds. The ones I've been suffering for years. The ones I've been wanting for years. Like I said, man, you got that fucking knot in your throat from being so goddamn frustrated. Frustration will cause a knot in your throat. You know? Frustration will cause a knot in your throat. You're like, God damn, how come I can't get her, man? She's above your looks level. You can't get her, and you will never get her without money. I'm okay with that, bro. I'm okay with being a trick daddy, sugar daddy. I own that, bro. You feel me? I own that. Fuck, I just own being a sugar daddy, trick daddy. I'm gonna be in sugar daddy shoes in a minute if I keep fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Sugar daddy, he proud about that, man. Like I said, man, he got this woman draped in designer clothing all over the place. I mean, from head to toe, man. She got expensive stuff on, expensive bag. She got a lifestyle that he's providing, bro. And sugar daddy, he ain't got no choice but to be a trick. Sometimes you ain't got a choice, bro. I prefer not to trick, but that's not the reality for a lot of men. Some men gonna have to trick to get that coochie that they want, man. I'm talking about the one you really want. I ain't talking about the ones who are just average looking like boobs. I could get her without the bag. I had the best experiences with women with nice big asses, bro. I had the best experiences with them. Sure, women with smaller asses like boobs, it's still some good pussy, man, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't as good as the women with the nice big asses. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, man, life is short. And plus, I mean, damn, wouldn't you like to have a experience of sleeping with the woman that you want? Can you imagine, like, really sleeping with the ones you really desire?
Wait.
It'll be an unbelievable experience, bro. The booty is so goddamn, so firm and so soft. You know what I'm saying? The shit is soft like Downy, man. like the paper towels, bro. You feel what I'm saying? The shit is soft, bro. You feel me? Shit is soft and it's good and it's moist. Nah, go after ones you really desire, man. Fuck all that. You know, kick slapping. For real, for real, bro. For real. You know, shit, I'll take somebody's girlfriend or wife if she got a big ass enough, man. If she got a nice big tail and she pretty, I'll take her. I'll take that bitch, man. I wouldn't even care because I spent my whole entire life getting women taken away from me, and niggas didn't care a damn about it, bro. They say, fuck that. I want this bitch. I'm taking her from you. You know what I'm saying? And all I had to do, I couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't feel sorry for a motherfucker. I'd be like, okay, that's your problem, bro. She chose me over you. Become a winner like me, man, and you get the woman, man. As long as she gonna leave her husband and kids for me. Hey, I roll with that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all, you know what I'm saying? You know. That's what I say, man. You get the bag, you get the ones that you really truly desire, man. Fuck all that settling down and settling for whatever you can get with just your looks. You got the bag, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know. And then you get to bust a proper nut, man. Because a lot of these females, man, that's below your looks level. You ain't gonna be able to bust a proper nut, man. Once you bust that nut, you're gonna have some regret. You know what I'm saying? You're like, God damn, I done bust this nut and she looks different now. This bitch looks different. She looks different now. Before I was horny and she looked good and I bust that nut, she looking different. Push her away from me, man. I don't want her around me. I just, all I needed was just one nut. You know. That's what you need to get, bro. You know, get the one you really want.
Wait.
Ain't no sense of settling, man. For what? Settle for what, bro?
Wait.
You know? You went through all that chronic loneliness. You went through struggle just so you can have that money. And your prize is the woman that you want, man. Life is too short, guys. I'm sorry. You only live once out here. And maybe you could bust a proper nut. You know what I'm saying? You know. Nah, get the ones you desire. Not the ones that's not desirable, bro. Fuck them. You get those type of women in your life, man, I swear. You know. For real, I'm gonna pull up in that Porsche, that Lambo. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be looking for the ones I really want. You know what I'm saying? The ones who would reject you though, who want those. You know, like I said, man, Tyrese, he would have never been with that female Samantha, man. If it wasn't for his money, for us men, that's what we do. We get the ones we really want when we get the money, man. We don't care if it's real or fake. Hello. Okay, let's get out of here, man. So, yeah, don't settle for less if you got money, man. Shit. Like I said, I'm going straight for the one with the big butts. And I've been struggling with that my whole entire life, man. I've been struggling with the ones with the nice big behinds. Like, I wanted to keep my girl Gwen, man. I don't know, for some of you guys who don't know, Gwen is this girl that I did very well with the looks, you know what I'm saying? I finally found my face match. It's hard to keep your face match as a man, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know. But anyway, Gwen is this female that I dated when I was like 24 years old. I was never able to replace that female, you know, because she had a nice big behind. She had some nice big old teardrop titties, okay? You know, she had a nice face. I can say she was around, I don't know how, she wasn't bad looking, man. She had nice lips. I think she was like a 6 or a 7 in looks, man. You know, she was a 6 or a 7. And I dated her for about 6 months. And I guess she had a Chad Brown boyfriend or that or a husband or whatever that came back into the picture. You know, what's up with the Major Generals? You know. Anyway, Gwen was the best that I could do looks-wise. I was so proud at one point, and I was like, damn, this girl's fine. But she had like 2 children and shit. But back then, I was a simp. You know, I didn't think none of it, man. And we had unbelievable sex, man. You know, I fucked her good, man. And for like about 6 months, we were cool until her ex-boyfriend jumped back into the picture and took her back. Now, this guy was taller than me. I seen him because one time he had came over and I hid inside the room and shit, and he didn't know I was there. If it was me now, I would have been out in the open. I wouldn't care if he saw me. I'd be like, nah, I ain't hiding from that motherfucker. He gonna come in. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he knew about me or something like that. But, you know, she told me to hide in the room. And I did, like a little, like a young boy. And I was a young boy. I was 24 years old. And I saw him. He was a light-skinned, half black, half white dude. He was a Chad Brown. He was tall. And at the time, of course, I'm 5'9", but I looked like a motherfucking model because I had a very slim body. I had 6-pack abs, no doubt. You know, jawline. I was 24 years old. Skin was fucking tight as fuck. And I saw how tall he was. He was like at least 6'2" or something like that. That lets you know that a lot of females, even if they find you attractive, they'll give you a chance if you're under 6 feet tall, but you look like a model or some shit. You know, you look like a goddamn model, or you dress well, or you know what I'm saying? You got 6-pack abs. They'll settle and give you a chance. You know, if you look like that under 6 feet tall. Because her preference, I could tell the guy was tall, like 6'2", light-skinned dude, had a bigger frame than me. So I could see the reason why she went back. The guy was superior to me in genetics. You know, and I was just a toy thing for her, you feel me? Now that I look back, you know, I was just a toy. Anyway, one day, she disappeared. I couldn't reach her. Kept trying to call her and stuff for like a week or so. And then she finally called me back. And then I hear her voice, right? And then next thing you know, he takes the phone from her and says, I don't mean to hate on you, brother, or something like that. God damn. That's what I'm talking about, those females over there, man. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That girl across the street, she look good like a motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. I want type of women like her. I want her. Anyway, so he takes the phone from her and shit. You know, it says, I don't want to hate on you, hater, player, or something like that. But this my woman, and blah blah blah, and blah 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 blah. So I was like, okay, fuck you. I hope you enjoy kissing her, because I did bust a nut in her mouth. I didn't say that, but I should have said that. I came inside of Gwen's mouth, you know, when she was giving me a blowjob on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But those are the good old days, man. That's back when I was in my prime. I received the most attention from females in them years, man. And now I still get attention, but it's not as much as I did when I was in my 20s. Of course, man. You look better. Your fucking jaw is sharper. Your skin is tighter on your body. Because as you age, man, the skin, it just gets, you know, the skin gets looser as you get older. You see, I still got the double chin even though I work out and shit. Because of aging, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's called aging. Even though a double chin is not the end all be all for your looks. Your nose starts getting bigger as you get older. And so you stop receiving so much attention from females. It's like the dating pool is like dwindling down, shrinking every single year that goes by. And I can't help it, guys. It's called aging, and then it's called death. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say those years in your life, you're gonna be leading with your wallet most of the time. Matter of fact, all the time. Not just most of the time, all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I can't help that I'm aging. I can't help that. That's something. It's part of life, and it's gonna happen to you too. So all the teasing and stuff, it don't really bother me because it's gonna happen to you too. Shit. In this society, man, you can't allow. I mean, in the society, you're not allowed to get old, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you're not allowed to get old out here. You get old and you're yesterday's news and shit. You're definitely not allowed to get old without money. See, that's the worst thing that you don't want to happen to you, man. You know, you don't want to get old without money. Then you're really invisible. You know what I'm saying? You know. So like I said, my struggles in my life is getting the woman with the nice big behind. And whenever I ever got the woman with the nice big behind, it was a struggle to keep her. I'm tired of that. So I get the bag so I can keep her for sure, for long-term purposes, you know? Men do it all the time, bro. They go after women that's below them in looks. I mean, above them in looks, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Access to better genes, man. That's what it's called, man. I would want my dad to get a beautiful woman, man. You know, if I wasn't born yet, I'd be like, damn, please get the fine woman, Dad, please, so I could be a Tyrone. You know, give your kids the best genetics possible so they can have better life when you pass on. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're tall too. Because with boobs, I'm afraid if I get her pregnant, I'm a create an incel because of her genetics. Her genetics are inferior. Her head is small, bro. It's like a cantaloupe. That's how big her head is. If you put a cantaloupe next to her head, that's how big her head is. So if I got with boobs, long term, bust nuts, had kids with her, my kids would be runts. They won't have good genetics. So I always say get the bag so you can get a woman with superior genetics to have babies with. But don't let your child suffer like you did, being an average man. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's been, all my whole entire life, I fucking chased the women with the nice big asses, and somehow they got away from me. But nah, man, once I get the bag, go straight for the ones with the big asses. No ifs, ands, questions about it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, man, that girl Thickums, inside of Starbucks, I would fuck the living dog shit out of her. It wouldn't be for long term, but she got a big old nice big ass on her. Those women are hard to keep anyway. Even if you marry them, even if you have children with them, they so heavily sought after. Because every man want a big ass in his life, bro. Even white boys. White boys love a big ass too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these women, these curvy women, they so hard to keep and maintain. That's why it's easy to lose them. And dude come back into the picture, their ex-boyfriend come out of nowhere, something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I wish I would have had my money together back when I was 24. I would have stole Gwen. I probably would have had more children with her. She was 32 years old. But superior genetic guy came back into the picture. I was just a Tyrone, basically, almost, you know? I was almost a Tyrone. But I wasn't quite, not quite. You know what I'm saying? You know. And then when I got into my 30s, I noticed that I wasn't getting that much attention no more. I noticed that the foot traffic started slowing down. And nowadays, I'm invisible to certain women. The young females out here, you looked at as old, man. You know what I'm saying? To certain women. Not all of them. Not every single young female see me as old, but a lot of them do. And that shit is, that fucking door is closing, man. Every year that goes by, your looks are getting worse. Yeah, it feels good to still attract, but it wasn't like when I was in my 20s. Boy, I had so much luck with females in my 20s. I got a body count of 100. You feel me? Man, I'm hungry right now, but I'm starving. You know what I'm saying? So life is too short to get the bag and just settle for just a female like boobs. Nah, get the ones you really want, man. Life is short, remember that. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, man. You know, what you say in your prime 20s and 30s, you were mid-tier normie or high, no, I was high here. I was top tier. I was top tier normie because I had I was fucking with females who were around 6s and 7s and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Why you think I'm still like turning my nose up at sub-5 females, man? You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what I've been sleeping with my whole entire life. I mean, like, I did sleep with a few, like, low-tier females, but it wasn't that many, though. Most of the times I was fucking with were average-looking Keishas and shit, man. Like, females who were, like, 5, 6s, and 7s. Gwen was a 7, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was top tier, man. Top tier normie. In my prime, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I couldn't get the very beautiful ones, but I got the cute ones, though. The ones who were, like, you know, average looking. You know? But those days are gone, man. You know what I'm saying? And now it's all about, you know, what can I do to prep for the future right now? Because the looks are going to get worse. Every year that goes by, there's a wrinkle popping up. Your nose is getting bigger. Your ears are getting bigger. Everything getting bigger, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to hang on to your looks for dear life, and it's like, nah, you're not going to be able to hang on, bro. You're not going to be able to hang on forever. They slipping on you. You get the bag, man. There's less attention from females as you get older. I didn't have this big ass bell pepper nose, man. Shit. I noticed my nose was getting bigger in my late 30s. I was like, what is this bell pepper nose going on here? Shit. I slapped my hand on my forehead. I was like, damn. And Diddy's nose got bigger too. I was seeing pictures of his nose. LL Cool J nose got wider too. It's called gravity, man. It's bringing your goddamn nose to the floor. Everything is everything is sucking, man. Everything, you know. The aging process sucks, you know? So, you know what I'm saying? Nothing I can do about it, man. Getting old. I can see if it was something I could do about it, but there's nothing I can do about getting old, bro. Nobody can do anything about it, man. Called time. I know my time for death is gonna be near, man. So I want to live good before I die, though. You guys have a good day, man. I see y'all. I gotta find my sign. I'm here, man. You guys have a good day. I'm out, huh? That's why I don't mess with most Filipinas. They sometimes have a wide nose. I'm not cursing my kids with a double wide nose. Yeah, wide nose is not really attractive in Western standards, man. You gotta have like a Tupac nose. You remember how his nose was? It was narrow. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, man, I always had a somewhat of a wide nose when I was younger, but it wasn't that wide. What saved me is my eye area. That's what saved me from you know, because the nose is not really the end all be all for your looks. The nose or the ears or the double chin or whatever, it's not really the end all be all for your looks. some females are still gonna find you attractive because the most important thing is the eyes. The eyes is the end all be all for your looks. You know, if you got a fucked up eye area, yeah, like a whole lot of upper eyelid exposure and shit, the ears and the nose, bro, that's not really the end. Because I look at some of these females with bad noses out here, and I still find them attractive because of their eyes and their skin tone and shit, or maybe their youth. You feel what I'm saying? You know, it's not the end all be all for your looks. Like a negative canthal tip, it's not the end all be all for your looks. Drake got a big ass negative canthal tip, and females still find him attractive. But anyway, I gotta go. You guys have a good day, man. I'll see y'all on the next one. I just got here, man. I'm out.